Welcome to Content Innovations Limited, and in Content Innovations Limited we love to share with you the tools that we use on a daily basis to help our clients improve their projects, manage processes better, and we just hope that these tools will be helpful to you. In this series we've been looking at the communication skills and communication styles that can help. We've had some time looking at NLP. Now we're going to look at transactional analysis. It was developed by Eric Berne, a Swiss gentleman who looked at how people behave in a conversation. Now, what do we mean by that? He, instead of looking at auditory, visual and communication styles, he said what actual language is being used. And he classified it in three groups: parent, adult and child. And we want to have a quick look at what Eric Berne was saying about those, and then understand how do we react, what are the signs that somebody's in each one of these, and then how should we react as the responder of the conversation, or as the one who needs to steer the conversation. So the behaviour of a parent is very much in terms of command. And it's also very much about control as well. So those, an easy way of describing the sort of words that they would use as a parent talking to a child: go to your room, tidy this up, there is nothing following this unless you eat this first. So it's not looking for a response, it's not looking for feedback. In non-parent child relationships, it is very much a military response. This is the objective, you are the person doing it, do it. Don't tell me how it's going to be done. This is what needs to be done, just get it done. The parent in a non-military environment, because that's the control and command structure that they have, but in a business environment, that can be very destructive, because what it does is it causes you as a parent, it causes you as a person to either rise up with a sense of injustice or devaluedness, or it drives you down into the child state. And we're going to have a look at child later on. But if it drives you up into a parent, what you now have is two people who communicate, but it is a raging argument. Nobody's listening, and they're just two big guns firing at each other until somebody gives up. Not a good place for a business to be. It's not good to watch. One big dog always has to win, and if it's not you that wins, then that's a problem. And long term, this doesn't work as a relationship. It causes the team very much to become fractious. You tend to find this sort of behavior in a production environment. And in production environments, it's about volumes, it's about run rates, it's about stuff out the door. So the leadership tends to be very much get it done, get it done, get it done. The team then tend to reflect that behavior, which is either burying stuff because they're going to a child, or they're reactive and they're fiery because of that situation. So you don't always resolve stuff as a parent. So your response should be about open questions, but they're open questions about how and why are we here? What is it you're actually asking me to do? Can I just clarify where we are and what I believe you've just said? So it's very much open questions, directive, and the whole idea is to get the parent off their pedestal and into a position where they're prepared to debate with you. And then we come to the adult. The adult, it's very much debate and discuss. Debate and discuss, it's ideas, it's opportunities, it's looking at everything and saying, well, I wonder if we could do that, could we develop this, could we go there? So your response is to become adults and remain in that space, remain debating, remain discussing, because that's the most productive place to be. Equally, you might come across a child, and a child's response is illogical. They look at the situation and it's, my dog is bigger than your dog, my car's bigger than your car, my house is bigger than your house, my dad's bigger than your dad. It's a playground discussion where Communication's happening, nobody's listening, very much like parent, but they're just chiding off each other in a crazy way. A great way to see a child is you've been in a meeting and you haven't spoken up about something that's happened, along with maybe some other people, and after the meeting people walk out and the first thing they say is, "Oh, that guy's an idiot." Well, that's a childlike response. You had an opportunity to give feedback and you just threw the toys away. So it's an illogical state, it's a non-progressive state where to be. So very much like the parent, what you need to do is you need to open questions, but this time the questions are, how can I help you? How can I move you forward? Let me explain, let me show you what to do. So there's three things we need to be aware about. Are we in a parent state, an adult state, or a child state? We should, as the people wanting to drive a conversation, be an adult. It's being adult. But if you meet a parent, their reaction is to you rise up or you become child. Both of those states don't work because there isn't a two-way communication. Parent to parent, child to child, they don't work because nothing's actually being transmitted but a futile opportunity to discuss something. Adult is where the business happens. That's where we want to be. So we need to be very conscious. Who am I talking to? Do I need to bring them down? Do I need to raise them up? What do I need to do with my language to push them into the right space? Now, one of the things to watch with children, and this is a very dangerous place that a child can put you in, they create a triangle. And this triangle is called child, victim, and rescuer. So a child will automatically look to be victimized. I can't cope with this, I don't know what to do. Because they're making that statement, you rush in and you help. All you're doing is reinforcing to the child that you'll help them all the time. So what we need to do is break that cycle. And how we break that cycle of child, victim, rescuer is we say to them, let me show you, please take notes so you can do this yourself next time. So we are educating, we're pushing information to them, we're showing them and telling them that we are not going to be doing this long term. It may even be you go to parent mode and say, I'm sorry, I showed you what to do last time, get on, get your books out, follow your notes, it's in there, let's get on and get it done. So I hope you found this useful. Transactional analysis is a very powerful tool. There's all sorts of things we talk about within our workshops about centering and controlling and how do we change our state, how do we move things forward. If you'd like to know more about the subject, please reach out to us. Details at the bottom of the screen at Content Innovations Limited. We'd love to talk to you more. We'd love to help you in some workshops and develop your team. And thank you very much for watching this video. We hope that you found it useful and we look forward to you communicating with us soon and us helping you with your processes. Thank you very much. Goodbye.